Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Crispy and today we are back on my butterfly core island of Mariposa, and you might notice that I look a little bit different and that the grass looks a little bit different. So I was just spiraling on the island and the decor and just trying to make it butterfly core, but it was just looking kind of like Briarwood, my forest core island. It was looking like some of my other fall islands. Like, it was just not working. So I have time traveled. We still have the island, we still have the theme, but it's going to look a little bit different. So I decided to change up my colors to use all of the butterfly models that I possibly can, and to just, change it up to more of a fairy core island. It's still going to be butterfly core, but with, a lot of fairy core elements. So I've changed out my codes, I've changed out my villagers. I've found a lot of beautiful, colorful codes and options, and the flowers are going to be green and blue and purple, and I'm hoping that it will look different than Terabithia, but I really did love doing that island, and I just thought that spamming a bunch of monarchs down on the ground everywhere or even on pillars didn't necessarily make it butterfly core. So I hope you guys are okay with the change. I am still going to be doing Moss Haven. This is still Mariposa. It's still going to be as butterfly core as I possibly can achieve, but I think it will make more sense to have like all of the butterfly options, at least, the most colorful ones, and to just bring in more fairy core elements. When I was thinking of doing Mariposa at the beginning, I was thinking of doing fairy core with like orange and black and cream colored, and bringing in some Nova Lights and maybe even some of the frozen items. And then I just felt like it didn't make sense with the codes that I got, and also with Moss Haven being so colorful. And so I was struggling. I wanted them to be different. I wanted them to be two separate islands, and so I hope this is okay. I think this is gonna work a lot better. So I have changed up a few things. My entrance is gone. We're gonna do a new entrance. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a butterfly garden here if I can fit it. If there's 8 tiles here, I'll have to count them out, and having like one wing on this side and one wing on this side, and the path goes straight to the bridge here. Words failed me, but here is our villagers that I've changed out. We still have our butterfly river. I've got purples and blues and greens, and I just think that this is going to work better. Daisy May, you're gonna have to move. I also need to go get my bubble braids, but I've downloaded a few more colorful dress options, and so I'm gonna have to change out my codes in the description and put my new ones in. But I am really excited about this color scheme. I've got lots of purples and blues. I am obsessed with this path. It is gorgeous. And I have this butterfly pond, which I really wanted to use before. So many of the butterfly codes out there are colorful options, and the butterfly stones just didn't look right on the fall island and the fall grass color. This path has butterflies in one of the centerpieces, which I love. I absolutely love the Emperor butterfly, so I think it's gonna work well. I'm hoping. I love this path so much, blues and purples, and the purple mushrooms, of course. I had some of these islands on my winter fairy core island, but this island I want to set in the summertime where the grass is super bright and green, and I am just loving all the fabrics. These two fabrics right here are done by the amazing and talented April Honey. And I love these fabrics. I think they go really well. And then I have this brick path for the butterfly garden that I'm going to make. And then this is my new flag, the blue emperor instead of the orange. I took out the orange. Yeah, I just want to have two distinct islands. I want to make it as butterfly core as I can, and I was just struggling. It was just looking like a regular fall island. So, okay, I'm going to stop blabbing and repeating myself. I'm so sorry. I hope that explained everything. We're going to get building the entrance again, and hopefully this time it will look butterfly core. All right, so the first thing that I did was put down this glowing moss pond because I wanted to kind of create this circular design. I was going to do like a butterfly shaped garden, but I did not have room. So I had to find something else, and this design I found off of Pinterest. It's supposed to be like a rock garden, but I was not about to try to do a rock garden at my entrance yet. So I just I changed it up, and so yeah, I was putting my path down on one side, and that's when I was like, you know, it doesn't look exactly how I want it to. So I decided to bring the path all the way around, like in a circular shape. It's not exactly symmetrical in the end, but I still like how it came out, and I am loving these colors so much. I really did not expect to just change my design and my like vision for this island so completely, but I'm so glad that I did because I'm just enjoying this a lot more. I loved the idea of, you know, an orange and black and cream colored island, but it was just so limiting, only being able to use like 3 of the butterfly models, and it just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel butterfly core enough. It just felt like a fall island. So I am enjoying this a lot more. I can use all of the butterfly models that I want. I don't think that they all go on a fall island, that's for sure. I think they do look a lot better with the green grass, and so hopefully you guys agree with me. I just wanted to use as many butterfly models as I possibly could. And so this is me just completely winging it. I was just trying to put some stuff around like the airport rocks, and I do have to move stuff around a little bit because I wanted to fit some trees in, and I also wanted the path to go all the way around, so I ended up moving some stuff over. But because the airport ramp is a too wide entrance, and the glowing moss pond is really like 3 wide, it doesn't, you know, exactly center. I also wanted there to be space for the path to go to the bridge, so it's not exact, and I'm okay with that. It looks pretty to me, and so I guess that's all that matters. I thought it came out pretty. So I tried to make it as symmetrical as I could, but it wasn't going to be exact because of the spacing. So here's my little circular design. It's kind of almost like a circle, but I really like how it came out, and I am using just purple and blue and green flowers on this island, and I'm really loving the colors. I love the path so much. I don't know if I will even use the other paths that I downloaded because I love this one so much, but we will see. We will see how it goes. I just tried to get this entrance done as quickly as possible because I actually had decorated resident services with my other, color scheme and other codes, and I did like how it came out. It was very fall, and I put as many butterflies around it as I could, but it just looked like every other fall island that I've done. And so that's when I ultimately decided I needed to change, and I had already finished the video and edited it and everything. And so then I had to scramble to find new codes, to choose new villagers, to get new items. I mean, it was a scramble, but I think it was worth it. And I do realize that my trees are in line here, and so I do change them in just a moment, but for some reason I didn't realize it at the time, and so I don't notice it at first. And I put a similar build on the left hand side before I actually realized that they were in line, and it kind of drove me crazy. And at first I was going to use only the hardwood trees in 2 different sizes, and then I decided to bring in some cedar trees just because I think it kind of looks like enchanted foresty, I don't know, with this darker kind of bright colors. So I thought that the cedar trees would actually go, and so I do switch them out in a little bit, but I had so much in my pockets. This is a lot of items. I had filled my pockets pretty much to the brim, so I did have to bring those in later on when I had emptied out my pockets a little bit. But I am loving how this is looking, and I really did like the other entrance. I just thought that since I was changing the colors and the codes, that I would just completely redo it from scratch and do a brand new entrance. So yeah, I hope that no one minds. I did want to do some terraforming, but I wanted to make sure I had this centerpiece in front of the bridge first, and then I went back in and terraformed. So instead of having all the terraforming at the front of the build, it's at the end. And then of course I have to decorate the cliffs as well. But I do like the way it came out. I really do. And so I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are. This is like 6 a.m. vibes when I'm starting to terraform here, and I absolutely love the colors so much. I will have to remember to try to set the DA around this time because I just think that it is beautiful, and I don't think I'm gonna set this DA to nighttime. I think I'm gonna do like early morning, and this is early morning, and I'm loving it. I'm obsessed with the colors, and hopefully it's different enough from my other fairy core island of Terabithia. I tried to make it different with different colors and different codes, so hopefully it turns out that way. I'm just trying to make a cliff that is going to turn into a waterfall, and of course Daisy May has to get in the way because, you know, they always have to get in the way. But I'm trying to bring the cliff out a little bit towards the entrance, and so I'm just trying to get a nice shape and adjust it. I do have to readjust it a few times before I'm happy with it, but I just wanted there to be a double waterfall here. I love when there's a double waterfall in the background of an entrance, and I tried to do this too wide double waterfall here, and I really like the way that it looks, but unfortunately it just didn't work with the way that the bridge is there and the water. I was trying to make my edges curve and it wasn't working, so I ended up having to scoot the top waterfall over a little bit. And so because of that, I ended up going with just a single stream of water coming down off the top instead of the double. But I mean, I did like the way that it looked at first, but it was just tying it into the river that was the hard part. That is always the hard part for me, especially when it comes out at the side, you know, of the cliff. I just struggle with getting my river to curve the way that I want it, my water to curve the way that I want it. And I'm not a huge fan of that straight line up there above that water either. So this is just a first attempt, and I do tweak it, and I think that it turns out better. But I left it in so that you guys could see me struggle. Because, you know, I mean, depending on if you want to make a single or a double waterfall, you could always, you know, leave it in if you like the way that it looks. I'm kind of picky with the way that things look. I know I've been told that, and so I do adjust it and yeah, try to make it better because that's how I am. I just didn't like the straight line there. That's literally the only thing, and I am trying to now tie it into the river and trying to make it you know, not have just straight lines, and trying to make it look organic, and that's the struggle always. Because of the bridge, you can't really get all of the terraforming the way that you want it to. Yeah, so I did have to adjust it. Then there was another straight line that I wasn't happy with, and so I was like, now what do I do? So yeah, I have to go back and make the cliff a little bit bigger so that I can move that top waterfall over to the left a little bit and fix the water terraforming at the bottom. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just adjusting the cliff so that I can scoot that upper cliff over a little bit. And so yeah, sometimes you just gotta tweak some things, and that is perfectly fine, you know? I'm glad that I persevered on this island because I really do think that this entrance fits my vision a lot more. I just was so limited with items that matched my color scheme. You know, because you can't use the small mushroom platform. It doesn't come in the colors that I had before, or the large mushroom platform. You know, you can't put anything on top of the mush parasol. And so even though it comes in like a cream color, you can't put anything on top. And so the only way that I was able to put butterflies like around and on things was on some like mush logs or the ruined pillars. I guess I could have brought in some of the Turkey Day stands, but I was just missing some variation and height and items. I love that I can use the mush parasols still on this island. I can use the large mush parasols as well, or platforms, I should say. And I can use the small mush platforms. There's so many things that I can use in so many colors and so many butterfly models. If I'm going to do a butterfly island, I need to use all the butterflies, right? I mean, I think so anyway. And so now I'm just trying to adjust my water down below so that it looks more natural and there's less straight lines. I am definitely not the best with waterscaping, but I do try. You know, I have gotten a lot better, but I still struggle with it. So this is me struggling. But yeah, I think it looks better than it did before, and it doesn't have the straight lines. So I end up bringing it over even more at the end. So yeah, I am just loving these colors and this change, and please let me know what you think about the changes in the comments below with the villagers and the codes and the new entrance. Please let me know what you think. I just wanted to try to do this theme justice and not just do like a regular fall island, because I am gonna have a fall island with Mariposa. No, this is Mariposa, sorry. With Moss Haven, and I was a little bit iffy on whether or not I should be doing 2 fall islands at once. And now I can literally just work on this butterfly core island and the fall island at the same time and not have 2 very similar themes. So it makes it a lot easier for me to distinguish the 2 and keep them separate, and I hope it does for you guys as well. I tried to make them different in the beginning, but yeah, it was a struggle because it was starting to look like, you know, a regular fall island. So now I'm just trying to get the shape of this right side cliff the way that I want it. It's a little bit of a weird shape. I just didn't have a lot of space to work with because of the river. I did not want to lose the butterfly shape on the island. It is still there. I still have the giant butterfly river. I'm not gonna change that. So I didn't want to lose that with terraforming. I was just trying to fit in a tiny skinny cliff there on the right side, because I just thought that there needed to be a little bit of height there. And of course I gotta get myself stuck. I always have to get myself stuck when I'm decorating and not plan ahead. So I had to fix that so that I wasn't stuck, but that's okay. I do that a lot. So I'm just going to be decorating the top of this cliff up here, and I just absolutely love the way that the sunset looks in the background. I don't always stop and look at that and appreciate it in the moment, but it's a lot easier to see it now when I'm not focused on building. But yeah, I really love how it looks. And so I'm just filling in all of the space and putting some more grass standees in, because I do love the grass standees, and I tried to remember to add as many butterflies as I possibly could. I really like the shape of this cliff now that I've changed it and tweaked it. So I am pretty happy with how this came out. It did take some adjusting, but that's okay. Now I'm just coming back in and adding the vines. I should have done that before I left some of them inaccessible, but I didn't have room in my pockets, so I had to do it after I had emptied a few things out. So yeah. I do love the way that the vines look. I just did not have space for them at first. So I really like that I have added some cedar trees in now, and I did also have to go back in and grab one of the large hardwood trees as well. I just didn't have a lot of space in my pockets. There's so many things. I didn't even have every single butterfly model in the game. I just had maybe 6. I don't know, I didn't count them, but I didn't have all of them. And so I tried to grab as many as I could, but there is, still more. And so I will be trying to add as many as possible on this island. And I cannot wait to do butterfly gardens and butterfly ponds. I still want to bring in some butterfly ponds. I just could not. Well, I mean, I could have just left my entrance the way it was before, but I just thought that since I was changing everything up and changing the codes, and I reverted back to an old save, so I literally had a blank canvas to work with, so this way I didn't have to tear it all down. And I always forget that you need to place the item in front of the tree before you place the tree, because Animal Crossing does not like trying to place things at an angle, and it always tells me there's no room when I know there's room. And so every single time without fail I will forget, and I will place the tree first and then try to put an item in front of it. And I actually like the tree standee pushed back a little bit, like that top cliff is. The tree standee is kind of pushed against the tree. And on this cliff that I'm standing on right now, the standee in front of that large cedar tree is kind of pushed all the way to the edge of the cliff. So I should probably go back and try to fix that, because I don't like the gap. There's way too much gap, and it kind of bugs me. I don't know if anybody else is like that picky. Probably not. It's probably just me, but I know I am picky. But I'm just filling up the back of the cliff with some bushes and flowers, and I do add in a few wheat fields. I'm trying not to add in too many this time, because I don't want the island to get too laggy, but I do add a few in. I'm trying to use more flowers and glowing moss though, and less wheat fields this time, so we will see. I know there's probably gonna be a lot of lag anyway, but that's fine. Lag core is just my jam. I just always have to have full islands with all the lag, because that's just what I do. And I still don't like the tall glowing moss. I still have to pick it up and fight with it every single time, but that's okay. I am really liking how this is looking so much better. It's just like a huge weight that's lifted off my shoulders just to have my vision of more of a butterfly core. I know it does look a little bit, well, it probably looks a lot fairy core, but I still am liking it a lot more. And I'm just trying to bring the water over a little bit so that it doesn't just stop. I didn't know what else to put over here on this top left side above the path. I could have just filled it in with flowers and bushes, but I just thought maybe some more waterscaping. And so I'm bringing it over here to the left side of my entrance, and I am literally just going to make another little 3x3 cliff and add it to the left side there and tie in the water. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do. I just thought that it would look nice, and before I do that, I decorate this right hand side of my entrance, the right side of the cliff here, and fill it up with all of this filler. I do add the glowing moss boulder. First time I've used that on this island. I'm obsessed with them. I love them. I use them a lot on Terabithia, and I just love the way that they look, and I love how they look in the early morning, even if they're not glowing. I think this island would look really nice at night, but I also think that it looks really nice in the early morning. And I just love the colors and the green grass. And here again, I thought I was going to be so smart and put the grass standee down, but then of course it turns around backwards, so I have to adjust it. But then when I put the cedar tree down, there was so much gap, I ended up just picking it up and doing something else because I didn't like it. So I need to do that on the other side where I still have that grass standee pushed all the way to the edge. I like the butterfly better. I think I would just do that on that side as well. But yeah, this is almost the end of the build, and I just wanted to thank everyone for your patience with my indecisiveness and my change in colors and codes and villagers. It was completely not precedented. I was not planning this at all, but I am glad that I did it, and I'm liking it so much more, and so I hope that you guys are too. I'm so glad that I changed everything around, because I was really on the struggle bus with the color scheme and the limitations that it had. It just didn't feel butterfly core to me. So now I'm just shaping this 3x3 cliff over here and tying it into the rest of the cliff, and I'm going to add a little bit of waterscaping and decor to the top, and we will be finished. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Let me know what you guys think and what you're working on your islands, what things you're doing. I love to hear from you guys. I love your feedback and your comments, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my members, because I put up polls and a video with like different options and different times of the year for my other entrants, and they were just so incredibly sweet. And so I just want to thank all of my members so much. I appreciate you and your help and your patience with my spiraling. I just could not survive these islands without you guys. I really do appreciate all of the support and all of the advice and helpful suggestions. So thank you so much. And as soon as I fix this water here, we will be finished, and I will show you the end result. When I told my helper that we had changed up everything, he was just so shocked, but he does know his mommy and how indecisive I am, so I don't think he was too surprised in the end, really. But I promise I'm almost finished fiddling with this waterscaping. It's just such a struggle sometimes to get a nice shape that you want, especially on the edges of the cliffs. So, and I will fix the water at the bottom. I know it's looking really wonky right now, but I will fix it. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate you so much. And we are back, and I have my helper here.
Hello.
Ready for Mariposa entrance takes 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, Lily. She's just gonna stand right in the way. Okay.
She's like, you don't get to do the island tour.
Here we go.
Oh, that's so pretty. I love it.
I think it represents like butterfly core so much better.
Yes, it does. There's like pretty butterfly.
They're all pretty, but
I'm not a huge fan of like monarch butterflies.
Oh,
I like the blue ones.
I
like them. It's just I don't want them literally like one of the only butterflies you use.
I just like having more options.
Yeah, like I like all of the. I really like that one on the log. That one.
The peacock butterfly.
Yes, it's amazing.
I love that one too.
That's one of them that I was trying to get for so long, but I couldn't.
Yeah. And I stopped right here. I need to fill in this space, but I didn't want the entrance video to go on too long, and literally I could just keep going and going and going and going, so I had to stop somewhere. So yeah.
It's pretty.
Hopefully everyone likes this version and doesn't mind that I completely started over. Well, I didn't start the island over. I just started the decorating over.
She basically started everything over but the map.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to say bye?
Yes. Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hope you had a great time.